Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Welcome to RockTrue Daily. I am Justine Michelle, aka the Hope Dealer, because I come on here daily to drop something in your day that I pray blesses you, encourages you in some way, shape, or form. So today is called Speak Life, y'all. So last week, I was praying, and I'm praying about things I need to work on. So I'm like, you know, God help me this, God help me be that. God help me stop doing this, God help me stop doing that. Um, and literally, y'all, like smack dab in the middle of my sentence, like something stopped me. And I heard, "You are because I am." And I'm like, you know what? I am. And so then I started speaking those things I was praying about. I am this, I am that. Um, no lie, y'all. The very next day, I believe it was, I'm a part of a bomb group called Kingdom Vibes. Shout out to my Kingdom Vibes family. Um, Good morning, sis. Good morning. Um, yeah, and so it's a team of the heads are a wonderful husband and wife team. And he gets on there, y'all, and he shares with us pretty much the same thing. And he was seeing how he was thinking some things about, what he wanted to be, and praying. And he said literally something came over him, and it was something to the effect of become your thought. So whatever that thing is, that just like me, I was, God, help me do this, help me be that, help me stop this. And literally, he was like, "You are." And like, obviously, if I'm praying about, God, help me stop doing this, help me stop being, I, how do I say this? Um, it was not yet, I had not yet seen the results of those things. But what was he telling me to do? Speak it. Speak what you are praying. Speak life over yourself. In the midst of things, in spite of what you say, in spite of what you say. Like I said, even with the gentleman, obviously they were thoughts that had not yet been manifested here in the natural, but God spoke the same thing to him. Yo, those thoughts that you have, you start being the thoughts. Start being the thoughts. Start speaking the things um that you want to become. Start being the things that, start speaking the things that you want to see. So speak life. You might, one of the things that I'm be transparent. One of the things that I was praying um for myself is for mouth control. You know, God, control my mouth, control what comes out of my mouth. Help me to always speak life. Help me to speak words that are edifying. Um, just being honest, like, um, it's funny because no, uh, I'm not, and I humbly say this. I never was a big cusser. Never was a big cusser. I still don't curse. Um, Yet like my mouth control thing is like, especially when something is going on that I don't like, um um and usually it's not a bad thing. So like, say if I see somebody's being mistreated, or something like that, or it's just like, yo, what just happened ain't cool, what was just said was not cool. And I speak very passionately. So a lot of times my tone is not a yelling, but it's a passionate tone. But I recognize that that's not always helpful. Especially and even like the word meek came to mind. Be gentle, like, even in my speaking. So that's why I was praying for mouth control, and to even like, being just real. Like sometimes maybe I don't need to speak at that very moment that situation is going on, because I know that that is still something that he is working on and I am working on. He's working on it through me. And so just being real with myself, like, you know what? Maybe I don't need to speak my heart. Because like I said, it's always from a good place, yet it doesn't always come out in a good way. So yeah, that was my mouth control thing. So again, he was like, speak it, speak what you're praying. So that's my encouragement for for you, for me, for us today. Yes, the comment says amen. We need to transform our hearts and minds, and the Lord will lead the way. Absolutely. Um yeah, so there's another one. God shows us who we are and whose we are through him. Absolutely. So that's my encouragement for us, to whether you are like me, praying for God to change some things, whether it be about you. You could be praying for a loved one. Um, you could be praying, um, for a situation. But no matter what you see, let's begin to speak life. And I know it might not make sense because, like I said, obviously I was praying, God, help me this, God, help me that, God, this. Um, and yet I was told to speak it. So, in spite of what you see, in spite of if the situation has not changed yet, capital letters, okay? Because believe that something is going to happen. So not only is my encouragement for us to speak life, but to have faith, to believe. Don't be praying and don't be speaking, um, but yet you're doubting. First of all, I think a lot of times our doubt and our lack of faith, one, comes from us again being so caught up in what we see. But what is faith? Literally, faith is the evidence of what we are hoping for. It is the reality. I'm sorry, the reality of what we hope for, the evidence of what we don't see. So, like, faith, what does that tell us? Faith has absolutely nothing to do with what we see. Nothing to do with what we are seeing with our natural eye, but everything that we are hoping for in our heart, in our prayers. So speak life, speak that thing. And it comes also from not just us being so focused on what we see, but so focused on let's not as focused on God as we should be. That's what I'm going to say. Because let's say hypothetically you're praying for a person. So you're praying for, your family member to an addiction to be broken off of your family member, right? And so you're praying and you're praying and you're praying. Yet instead of being focused on what you are praying for and focused on the God that can do anything, you're focusing on the fact that, you know what, but I know that they just used yesterday. I know that they just used today. So it doesn't look like anything is happening. Stop focusing on that person. And even like with that speak life thing, matter of fact, perfect time to go to this verse, y'all. So one of our verses for today is, hold on. Yeah, so one of our verses of today is Proverbs 18:21. The tongue can speak words that bring life or death. Those who love to talk must be ready to accept what it brings. So I cannot be praying for something, praying for somebody, but my words are contradicting the very thing that I'm praying for. My words are contradicting the very thing that I'm hoping for. So you can't be like, oh, praying for that family member, for that addiction to be broken off, praying to God for it to be broken off, yet speaking, oh, they not never going changing. He not never this and she not never that. now you're speaking, you're going against what you're praying. And those are words of death. So I'm going to, again, speak life. And if you are not at a place, um, it just goes back to that saying, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And so, not even exactly that, but if you are seeing the opposite of what you're praying for, and like me, mouth control, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing if you are not at a place. And I get the frustration. We're gonna keep it real. Yet, if you are not at a place, because like I said, you could be praying for your husband, praying for your wife to stop acting a fool, and in the midst of you praying, they're acting a fool, and it's like, I'm praying, and here you are in front of me, acting a fool. But don't say anything. Don't be like, and you this and you that. No, keep your mouth shut, because you do not want to hinder your prayers. You do not want to put words of death into the atmosphere, because we can hinder our own prayers. Absolutely. So the comment says we have to claim what we pray and do it in faith. Exactly. And um, so we speak in life. And the second part of today is believing. So there are several stories in the Bible where something happened and Jesus tells that person, it is because you believe that thing happened. So our second verse is Luke 8:48. And for those of you who are not familiar with this verse, this is the story, one of the verses from the story of the woman with the issue of blood. This woman had been bleeding for 12 years, y'all. The Bible tells us, and I don't want to get too much into it because it's an amazing story. And I'm telling you, it's such a um, encouraging story. So it's something that I want to touch on more one day. But just a snippet. She had this issue for 12 years, y'all. And she had tried many, many things. And she heard Jesus was going to be in town. And so she made her way there. Um, and so obviously she believed, um, she had faith, because for her to even go, that took faith. I'm quite sure we know her attitude was not, oh, well, I don't think he can do nothing for me, but I'm gonna go here anyway. No, no. She went, she moved, she made a move, y'all. So that's a whole nother word. If there is something that you've been sitting on, and you're how and I don't know how and all these things, you're doubting and fearful, whatever is causing you to not move, take that step of faith. Get up and go. And that right there, just you getting up and going, that's a step of faith. And even that, just you getting up and going, like I said, is an act of faith that will cause things to begin to happen. So Luke 8:48. So the woman touches Jesus, and Jesus says to her, "My daughter, you are made well because you believed. Go in peace." So we know that it was Jesus that healed her. It was his power. But he says it's because you believed. So there's power in our belief. There is power in us having faith, y'all. Here's another one, and there's many of them, but I just have two. Third verse, Matthew 8:13. Then Jesus said to the Roman officer, "Go back home because you believed it has happened." So this is the story of a Roman officer. One of his servants were sick, and he went to Jesus, asked Jesus to heal him. Another powerful story that Lord willing we'll touch on one day. But again, we see Jesus says it's because you believe that it has happened. So y'all, that is my encouragement for us. That is my prayer for us, that we are going to speak life. We are going to speak words that are edifying. We are going to speak words that are for the building up and not the tearing down. You, like I said, I was transparent about my mouth. If there are some things that you know you need to work on, you speak that. Listen, I am this, I am that. You declare what God says you are. I have the minds of Christ. I am righteous. I am holy. I am set apart. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the daughter, the son of a king. You know what I mean? Speak life, y'all. Speak life over yourself. Speak life over your family. Speak life. This world, this and this world, like that. Speak life. We can speak life over this world, y'all. There is power. Let's end like this. Going back to that first verse. Y'all, there is power in our words. The tongue can speak words, he says, that bring life. So if you see something that's dead, if you looking at something that's dead, if you living at something that's dead, you can speak, you can revive that thing, y'all, with the words that you speak. Listen, yes, we know that it is going to be God and the power of Jesus, and thank him for the cross, because it just got back for us everything that we lost. But yeah, he even told us he has given us power and authority, y'all. He has given us power and authority. So yes, speak life. Do not speak death. Like I said, if you are not at a place where you can't say nothing kind about that person, you cannot say nothing kind and positive about that situation. Help me, God, help me keep my mouth shut. Don't say nothing, because the last thing you want to do is hinder your prayers, hinder the thing that you want to change. Yeah, because like he says, those who love to talk must be ready to accept what it brings. And I know that a lot of it's funny because we're waiting. Oh, I'm waiting on God to do this, and I'm waiting on God to do that, and I'm waiting for God. And God, like, yo, I'm waiting for you to have faith. I'm waiting on you to believe. First of all, he already got it right. It's not like when my child or you got somebody that's asking you for something, and it's like, all right, cool, I got you. I'm gonna run to the store and get it, or I'm gonna make it happen. Y'all, God, okay, this is all his. Whatever is all his. Whatever we are praying for, whatever we are asking for, it's all his, and he has the power in a second to do it. So it ain't like he ain't got it and he got to go get it, and it's going to take some time. No. Like, no. Sometimes he's waiting. He like, yo, I got it for you. I'm waiting for you to believe. I'm waiting for you to start speaking life. So I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. God loves you more. Y'all have an amazingly blessed day. I don't know where you are, but I'm here in Pennsylvania and it is a beautiful day. So I am about to take me a walk. So yeah, if it is weather permits, try to get outside today. Um Sit outside, walk outside, something. Because I'm finding nature is so peaceful, y'all. And I was not always an outdoorsy person, but there is just a peace about being in nature. And it just brings God so to life. And just like I said, a lot of times it's bad, 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 and da, da, da. And if we just look around, there's so much beauty. There is so much beauty. So y'all be blessed. Y'all have an amazing, blessed day. Lord willing, I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Do not forget to be kind, to love on somebody, because we know that love causes a shift in things, in situations, and even in people, because it was God's love for us that caused caused a shift in us. It is what transforms us. So I love y'all.